find some vaporizers and some vaporizers find you. When this unique piece finds you, it won't need any flashy boxes and manuals with applications and haptic feedback. Those are new age technologies for new age products that offer new ways to reach places you've already been before. The vaporizer I'm talking about will arrive to you in a plain box made from ancient materials with no batteries or power cords, harnessing the most primitive of heat sources, fire. Of course, I'm talking about the Sticky Brick Junior Vaporizer by Sticky Brick Labs. Crafted from the bodies of some of the most beautiful tree species this side of the planet, Sticky Brick offers what may look like a fancy dugout to some, while others think it's an odd item of antiquity that requires more research. Removing the lid, you'll find the magnet struggling to keep together what may be the strongest vape you've ever tried to tame. Included is a stir stick, and this is to stir your herbs up in between hits. And you have the intake glass as well as the mouthpiece straw. So, opening the unit up, you will find the herb chamber right here, as well as the vaporizer path. So putting the unit back together is a breeze. As you can see, the magnets will make the unit snap firmly back into place. And even if you wanted to, the reverse polarity would not let you close it the wrong way. So it's very well made and well thought through in that regard. So now that you're ready to go, let's fuck shit up. The unit's turned on the side. How do I close it? And now that we're in the ready position, it's time to take the fuck off. Okay, so ignite your torch and observe the flame. It should be about an inch long, and you'll notice it has an inner and outer flame. Only let the outer flame dip into the intake. If you dive the flame too deep into the periscope, it'll spell disaster for sure, unless you're looking to combust. And the flame is like salt. If it's too much, you can always add more. If you overdo it, the dish, or in this case the bowl, is done for. So until you get the hang of it, less is more with the torch. Draw speed is also a very important piece of the puzzle too. Draw too slow and you'll risk combustion. Draw too fast and the load won't store enough heat to vaporize properly. And Vaporize on Fuck Combustion came up with drawing slow until you feel the heat build up in the load, and then draw fast until your lungs are full. And I find this to work very well, but I also do some slow draws every now and then. But remember to cover up the carb hole while you're drawing, or you'll wonder why the vaporizer isn't working quite right. Hits from the Junior are convection, but taste every bit like conduction hits in a good way. The draws are strong, but you'll find the taste and the flavor profile fully on your tongue, and it'll even leave some aftertaste of your favorite strain on your lips. Using the Junior, you'll find that it is a ritual vape and requires two hands to operate properly. One hand for the vape, one hand for the torch. It also takes coarse or finely ground material. You'll just want to make sure you're covering the screen completely and that the layer of herb is even. Stirring's not necessary unless your technique is prone to hot spots, but it will cause the taste to stay better for longer. And the variables with the torch vaporizer are greater, so this makes the brick awesome for concentrates, and I do mean awesome. The drawback is using it outside because you'll definitely get some looks, but not the kind that you want. And a little bit about the warranty. When you buy a vaporizer from Sticky Bricks Labs, just know that you are seriously getting one of the best vaporizer out there, backed with some of the best customer service you will find around. Hooking Junior up to water is easy if you have silicone tubing, as well as a piece to fit in there that'll go into your water pipe. Another thing that I do want to point out about the Junior is that you can also get very low temp hits with great taste that just lasts forever, or you can kick up the torch or move it closer and get high temp hits with fast extraction. This vaporizer is very versatile in that way. Also, I'll do another video explaining a little bit about butane vaporizers and the nuances of butane. But with this vaporizer, you taste no butane whatsoever, not even a little bit. And there's a lot of people who are worried about the safety of butane. It doesn't leave there's no negative health effects that I found associated with butane vaporizers, and I've been using the Junior long enough to where I feel like if there were some negative health effects, I definitely would have felt it. This is seriously one of the best tasting vaporizers that you'll ever experience. And if you haven't tried a flame power vaporizer, definitely try one and you will be surprised. It'll be one of the best experiences that you've ever had. Trust me. So now that you've got it all dirty, let's talk about how to clean it. So a Q-tip will fit nicely into the carb hole. So you put a Q-tip with warm water on it. Use warm water only. Don't use ISO on the wood. It'll cause it to dry out. It'll mess it up. So yeah, if there's more buildup in there, you can always use a dab tool and scoop it out that way. And so you'll want to use isopropyl alcohol for the mouthpiece straw and the intake. The intake doesn't really need to be cleaned too much because the flame will consistently be hitting it. So this is more for the mouthpiece straw. But what you do is you just remove it. This one's a little bit harder just because I have like a new O-ring and shit. So you'll just swab it out completely. After I get the gunk out of it with the ISO, I like to dip the other end in water and just make sure that I'm rinsing it out with that to get all the residual out without leaving any ISO in there to taste after I'm done. So cleaning is that simple with the body and the straw pieces of the vaporizer. And if you do want to clean the intake, just drop a Q-tip in there. But like I said, it's not really too needed. So to put it back together, just seat the O-ring to hold the mouthpiece straw into place and push it down. Make sure it's firmly in there so that it doesn't fall out, so that you don't risk damaging it. And yeah, I mean, that is how you pretty much clean the vaporizer. I'm going to show you one more bonus spot that does pick up a little bit of debris. It's not so much resin, it just picks up debris right in there surrounding the metal ring. So you just wipe that out, and that is it for cleaning. That's the last step. Once you get done with that, you just snap it back together. The vaporizer is 100% clean and ready to go. Also, the vaporizer does not pick up a heavy smell after use for some time. So like I know like with some vaporizers, when you store it, they smell really greeny. This one doesn't. When it's closed, it smells almost like nothing. So once you get it clean, you're good to go. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't got a chance to yet, definitely subscribe to my channel. Like the video. This is the Sticky Bricks Vaporizer Junior by Sticky Bricks Lab. Again, this is an awesome vaporizer. You can definitely pick this up from stickybrickslab.com. Tell them that I sent you, so that they can know where the love's coming from. And if you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them or address them with future videos, because I do have a few more about this line of vaporizers coming out, just because it is a very special vaporizer to me and I want to share it with the world. Thanks for watching.